My friend suddenly lost his job, which left him depressed and financially unstable. Here are 6 mistakes that he made, which you can learn from. Watch till the end of the video because mistake number 6 is an eye-opener. The first and most obvious mistake, he was living well above his means. He had a massive house on EMI, 2 luxury cars, and many expensive gadgets. Every month he was paying EMIs for multiple loans, money he didn't even have. Here's the problem. The more you try to keep up appearances, the more fragile your life becomes. One small change, like losing your income, and suddenly all those luxuries can turn into chains. Instead of feeling secure, he was walking on a tightrope with no safety net. Best way to visualize balance on this aspect is with an income lifestyle matrix. If you're living in the high income, high lifestyle quadrant, you're giving away your freedom just to maintain your lifestyle. If you're living in the low income, high lifestyle quadrant, it's worse because you're probably swimming in loans and EMIs, an impending financial disaster. If you're in the low income, low lifestyle quadrant, you should work on moving to a higher income. You should ideally live in the high income, low lifestyle quadrant. It's the place where freedom and happiness reside. What's the lesson for all of us? Live well below your means. It has worked for me and helped me achieve financial freedom and retire at 39. Mistake number 2, buying things he didn't need. Second car, a bigger house, expensive furniture. While these were obviously above his means given that he needed to take loans, that was not the only problem. The main problem was that he didn't even need any of these things. None of these brought him happiness. They only brought more monthly obligations. Most people confuse consumption with success. We think that owning luxury is proof of being successful. But here's the truth. Success is measured in freedom, not in possessions. Those unnecessary things were silently eating away his financial security. Before you decide to buy anything, classify it in a cost-value matrix. If something costs very little money and adds a lot of value, then of course, go ahead and buy it. If something costs very little money and doesn't add much value, then you can still buy it as long as it doesn't waste your time. If something costs a lot of money, but if you know for sure that it brings great value to your life, you may need to think a bit more, but it's probably a good decision to buy. But the biggest problem in our lives is that we spend too much time in the high cost, low value quadrant, where we buy things that cost a lot of money but add no real value. You should never do that. Buying things we don't really need is one of the biggest mistakes that we all make. It ruins our happiness, finances, peace of mind, and everything else. The lesson: buy only what you truly need. Luxury is fine, but don't let it control you. Before we look at the third mistake that my friend made, please take a moment to subscribe for more on financial freedom, career growth, and happiness. The third mistake that my friend made was that debt was normal for him. Loans were not a tool, they were a habit. Buying cars, gadgets, even vacations on credit, it all became a routine. Loans are supposed to be exceptions, not rules. They are like a lifeboat in emergencies, not a permanent part of your life. The moment my friend lost his job, every EMI became a ticking time bomb. And it's not just the banks, it's the stress, the anxiety, and the endless calls. The problem with loans is not just that they make you financially vulnerable. The problem is that they also make your life complex. Some people take loans to save taxes or get better returns with the money that they have. While it may make sense mathematically in some cases, it adds a layer of complexity that isn't worth the returns. My rule is that loans should be the rarest of rare exceptions, not the norm. The lesson is that we should use debt sparingly, if at all. Unless the loan is absolutely required, it's not. The fourth mistake that my friend made was that he had no plan, no emergency fund, no backup income, no exit strategy. He believed that his job and lifestyle would last forever. But life doesn't work that way. One unexpected layoff, one recession, one medical emergency, and everything crumbles. Plan doesn't guarantee wealth, but it guarantees survival. Without it, you're building a castle on sand. A plan isn't about predicting the future. It's about being ready for it. It's about having a cushion that gives you space to breathe when things go wrong. If my friend had built an emergency fund, even 6 months worth of expenses, he could have had breathing space. If he had set clear financial priorities, he wouldn't have lost sleep every night. If he had built a small side income, he could have pivoted faster. Don't make this mistake in your life. Be prepared. Have a plan. The fifth mistake, my friend confused status with security. Flashy cars, a huge house, designer clothes. These made him feel successful, but they didn't protect him. He built an image, not a foundation. From the outside, he looked like he had made it. He looked like that guy who everyone envied. There's a big difference between looking rich and being secure. Looking rich is about appearance. Being secure is about peace. Status makes you feel important in other people's eyes. Security makes you feel safe in your own. When he lost his job, the illusion of success disappeared overnight. The neighbors stopped visiting. Bank started calling. The people who once admired him were gone. That's when he realized security doesn't come from what people think about you. It comes from how well you've prepared when nobody's watching. The lesson for all of us, and perhaps the most important lesson of all, is that peace is the ultimate luxury. The sixth and biggest problem for my friend was compounding mistakes. The harsh reality is that mistakes compound. One wrong decision leads to another. For example, you get interested in buying something beyond your means. You take a loan and then buy the thing that you haven't earned. You then spend time to repay the loan. And then you get interested in buying another thing, perhaps even before you're fully cleared your debt. And the cycle continues. I call this the financial prison. It's a snowball effect, and it doesn't stop until you take action to stop. The biggest mistake that you can make is not learning until it's very late. One mistake may be okay, two may be fine. But if you keep making mistakes, they will compound and snowball into a full-fledged crisis. My friend is slowly recovering, but the lesson is very clear. Luxury is tempting, but stability is priceless. Hit subscribe, and if you want to understand how I retired at 39, watch this video.